All right, what's going on? Shout outs to everybody in the building. Shout outs to Don Philly. What's going on, player? Y'all hit the like button on the way in. Casey, what's going on? Wait, Chaka, what's up? What's up? What's up? And shout outs to everybody here. I am your gracious host, right back at the helm of today's show. Good morning, everybody. DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. Listen, y'all, it's been a year. It's been a year. Going through a hell of a year. Being demonetized on YouTube. And guess what? We are remonetized. Yes, we got our super chat back. So I want to thank everybody that's been riding with me, rocking with me. Getting the lights cut back on, y'all. Everything is going well. Thank you guys for rocking with me, man. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Hit the super chat, hit the Cash App. Let's keep it going. It's Player Talk Radio. Man, we got a lot of stuff to cover on today's show. My voice is slightly gone. So don't mind me if my voice starts to go in and out a little bit during today's show. But we doing well, man. Good to see everybody in the building, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Make sure you double tap the screen, hit the like button. Let me pull this up real quick. And we'll just get straight into it. You know, no intros, no nothing. Hold on, y'all.
Does your parents actually see value?
Hold on, y'all.
Any woman around them. How can you move into a woman's home and not remove her worry? You don't love her. You're reaching off of her.
My audio
now she's
settings
depressed. This is why she lost respect for you.
At minimum, a man should have $300,000 US dollars in his savings account. 50,000 of that goes to your new bride. Before y'all get married here, I love the other 50,000. The other 50,000 go on a deposit of your new family house.
Hold on. There we go.
That's strong.
There we
strong
go.
philosophy right there.
Just giving them a piece of
just
it. Just the taste. Because I want you to understand this is and look at Anton. But first of all, I got to get the view here, the brothers, Lano. Let me see both faces.
Yeah.
We got to already. I need to be looking at these brothers the entire show.
For the whole show.
The entire show. We need to see these brothers' faces here. Okay. And I also,
you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
Hilarious. And you know, Anton is equally as influential as he's been online for. I mean, it's close to it. Is it close to a decade now, Anton?
Looking at some old videos. Looking at some old videos, man. I think we seen one video. You was in a motorcycle headed to like a stadium.
You got to give people the journey. You can't just show up one day and then have some type of philosophy, because I think that's what happens with preachers. Right? That's what happens with people that finesse the community. That's what's happening with our political landscape. So I think that, if anybody that understands spirituality, anybody that understands their word, you'll know them by their fruits. Mm-hmm. Anybody can say anything. Anybody can sell anything. Mm-hmm. But very few people actually can show you the receipts without just talking about it. The talking
hold on, y'all.
is the cherry on top, right? The receipts is the reflection of what you really are.
All right, hold on, y'all. Gotta come back in real quick. All right, here we go. Let's get back into it. Now, a lot of people don't know. Yada is I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into the Yada story. I got a story with Yada from a long time ago. But Yada is a super simp. we're just gonna go into this. Yada's a super simp. Hotep simping. All right, old school super simp. Woman abuser, Hotep. Simping. But I don't know. We'll get into it. Let's go.
So that's what I advocate for.
And he already gave you a bit of what he's standing on here in his philosophy. But for those of you who may not be familiar, let's go ahead and familiarize him real quick. Go ahead and roll the clip, Lano.
They lied to us. They told us happy wife, happy life. They raised their daughters into being feminists. They lost control of their households.
Under no circumstances should you ever become a stepfather. Don't let them shame you because you got preferences. Never, ever go and be a step baby daddy and take on a family that's not yours. That's not in your best interest. And that's not what the Bible says.
Shouldn't you be able to keep that impregnated you? You telling me that even that don't even want to be bothered with you? He'd rather pay child support and leave than sit there and be up under your thumb. And we supposed to take you serious.
There you have it. Just a piece.
Now, Yada, you had quite the reaction on that one.
That is comedy.
And don't even worry, because we're gonna get into these conversations in just a few. Okay. For those of you who want to understand here, by the way, what's going down, we bringing these two men of opposite views to the table here, again, to have the most important conversations that's prevalent right now on the internet with the.
I guess they're gonna make Anton the face of the red pill, but I don't know why they're acting like Anton and Yada come from two different worlds. I mean, they kind of believe in the same things. It's just that one is simping his ass off, and the other one kind of just got here and started to regurgitate red pill talking points, but. Married, he's been married his whole life. Well, not his whole life, but he's been married to one woman that I believe he met in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and that's not simping at all by any means, but what I'm saying is that they kind of believe in the same things. But I guess it might be a little bit different for Anton because he's I guess he's red pill now. Which a lot of guys that are married, they're red pilled. So, well, I guess, give me 1 second. Let me set up the show. Hold on.
These two men. So I'm very excited to have this here happen.
Right.
They're both husbands. Okay. Just clear. They are both fathers, and they're both leaders of their own communities.
Let me drop the rules on this real quick, guys.
Let's do it.
Don't forget, we are live every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Tashawn and I, now this is the thing. This upcoming Wednesday and next Monday, actually, guys, there's no show. So we're taking a couple of days off, and we are returning next Wednesday. We got Tiffany Montgomery, who's returning. I think it's like her third or fourth time coming back to the platform. And she is bringing the legendary Bev Tucker with us, guys. So we literally slaying demons next Wednesday. So y'all definitely want to be present for that show.
It's going to be fun.
But let's go back to what we're doing tonight, guys. We got 4 rounds, okay? 4 rounds, and keep in mind, neither Yada or Anton have been informed of any of the topics for tonight's debate. Okay, wanted to make sure we did that. After each round, of course, we'll get the audience feedback through polls and super chats. So please make sure you send up your super chats. Any super chat over $10 will be read live on air. So shout out to NDBA and the Bag Chasers. And guys, toward the end of the debate, we're actually going to open up the phone line. So in just a minute, I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the description as well as in the chat, because we already know the phone lines are going to be popping. So go ahead and get it in or get in line so we can bring you up toward the end of the debate so we can make sure we hear from you live on air and you actually get to join all 4 of us live tonight on set.
Well, it's gonna be longer than 2 hours.
Oh,
okay.
There you have it.
Okay,
so go ahead. Hey, go ahead and throw your popcorn in the microwave right now, because Anton said it's gonna be longer than 2 hours. You might want to go ahead and get you some Harley and Love cards as well, because that here is in the description, and that is the sponsor of tonight's show.
And keep in mind,
the Harley and Love
cards, guys. Tashawn, myself, and Delano created these custom 100 card prompt, guys, to make sure you take your date nights, family nights, game nights to the next level, because you don't want to You don't want to deal with those dusty bums, and you only want to deal with the bag chasers, guys. So make sure you absolutely invest. The link is in the description. And I'm going to go ahead and do a promo code for tonight. We're going to do a promo code.
Let's do that.
Let's do debate. Type debate in. You're going to get 20% off your entire order, guys. Wow. Harley and Love dating cards just for you.
There you have it. So let's actually move straight into it. I want to move into the first topic of discussion for tonight, okay? Because this is one of the most polarizing conversations online, one of the biggest talking points that you Yada have, and I've heard you dive into this conversation many times before as well, Anton. Let's talk about it. Should men be expected to cover 100% of the bills? This is a major stressor to a lot of brothers out here. A lot of brothers out here split between this. A lot of brothers say that's absolutely insane to cover 100% of the bills. And a lot of other, and you know, the ladies are saying that this is a must. I must get a brother to cover 100% of the bills. So let's bring some clarity to this, Yada. I'm gonna have you open up the conversation here. Should men be expected to cover 100% of the bills?
First, I want to say all praise is due to the Most High.
Oh my God, here we go. Here we go. Now, they're asking these manosphere questions all over again. Like, how much times are we gonna debate these same talking points? And people ask me the same stupid ass question: should men cover 100% of the bills? And you know what I tell them? It depends on the woman that you're dating. Some women, you can cover 100% of the bills. Some women, to keep y'all respect and what y'all got going intact, sometimes she got to cover it. Sometimes you got to go 50-50. Some women respect Dutch. It depends on the woman. And just because, what's going on, Dollar Washer? And just because you pay 100% of something don't mean you're going to get 100% of cooperation. All right? Paying for everything don't buy you cooperation. Keep that in mind. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. We got our super chat back. We are back monetized, y'all. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go.
And I want to pray real quick if you don't mind.
Let's go.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful.
Oh my God.
Strengthen me and guide me. Allow God to
Lord
speak through me.
mercy.
Allow it to electrify the room and remove all dusty demons from the table. All praises due.
And he got his buddy.
And amen.
Oh, forget
when you get nothing.
All praises due to God.
When you leave.
Off the chain.
Now, what's the question, brother? What's the question?
So the question is,
What's the question?
Right,
should
Guido.
men
And
be
if that's your
expected
lady, yeah,
to cover 100% of the bills?
I believe if men are claiming to be providers, and we know that means to take care of whoever's under you, that he should provide 100%. While we're doing this, this gives the woman time and space, not just to be great for the man, but also great for the children. And I want to use myself for example. I provide 100% for my woman. My son, he's only 5 years old, and he was tested 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. 2 days ago, he's only in kindergarten, but he tested at a 4th grade level. Why is that? Because I handle my responsibility, providing, and providing isn't just financial. Any man off the street can walk to a woman and give her money. Providing is elevating a woman mentally, elevating a woman spiritually, emotionally. This is what it means to provide for a woman. Not just, here's some money, run off with it. No. Let me elevate you. Let me bring you closer to your God.
Right.
Let me set standards in your life. If your father gave you to me, you are my responsibility from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. I'm gonna love everything about you 100%. And if I can't do that, I'm not a man. I'm a male, and that's a difference.
Oh my God, here we go.
That's your one
Man,
track.
talk to me, brother.
No.
Talk to me, brother.
Nope.
Talk to me,
that's
brother.
not what we're gonna do today.
Talk to me, brother.
So this is what we're gonna do.
Talk to me, brother.
Because he's like Kamala Harris right now.
Talk to me, brother.
And I've heard all of these talking points.
Talk to me.
And I don't even study him because he says the same thing over and over again.
Talk to me.
You got to control yourself because
me,
that's
brother.
not manly.
Talk to me, brother.
You got to control yourself.
Brother, talk to me, brother.
So you see how I was quiet
Talk
when you were speaking?
No, you cut me off, but go ahead, brother.
I didn't say anything.
You got it, brother. There you go.
I was quiet when you were speaking.
Go ahead, brother.
And so now we're going to add nuance. Now we're going to add context.
Uh-oh.
So first thing we have to do is we have to ask ourselves the question, what does it mean to be a man? Because being manly has nothing to do with a woman. It has nothing to do with pandering. It has nothing to do with just providing. Being a man means being purposeful. That's what being a man is. That means that whatever it is that I seek from God, because my purpose is not a woman is a helpmeet. So when he panders to you guys, and ladies, remember, I don't know what he's selling. I don't know what product that he has, but my goal is to get you married. My goal is to have you married based off of what God says is sanctified, right? I don't want y'all divorced. I don't want you unequally yoked. I don't want you to be a single baby mama. I don't want you shooting your shot in the dark thinking that this guy is giving you insight when he's just giving you talking points with no real substance behind it. And here's the context. At what age do you want to be married? Do you put yourself in a position to find the person that's best for you? Has your father given you away? Does your parents actually see value in the person that is looking to marry you? And when you start to ask yourself these questions, and I don't speak to just rich people because we both have money, we both have resources. So let's remove that from the table. I speak to the majority, not the minority. And when you are 20, 21, 22 years old, especially if you are a person that's looking to become a man, you are supposed to fail in controlled environments, meaning that your father is not even supposed to give you everything. He's supposed to give you what you need in order to be successful. My father was able to buy me a car, but he told me that I had to earn it and work for it because I valued it more, which then extended to every single thing that I touch, including the woman. See, my wife is here. My wife travels with me. She knows me. She understands me, right? And so at 20, 21, 22 years old, you're supposed to be broke. Unless you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do in order to get it, you're supposed to be building. You're supposed to be understanding each other. It's a storming, a norming, a forming situation. And in no circumstance do you ever come into it fully understanding who the person is, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. So when we start to look at what
I already know this debate is gonna give me a big ass headache. I could feel, you ever feel the headache creep from the back of your head to your forehead? It's gonna be one of those shows. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. We are back monetized, y'all. Thank God. It's been a full year. You know? He said, please explain how women provide for men besides popping out kids. Yeah, y'all is annoying. What's going on, D Chicago? Yeah, I mean, if you can afford it, and you want to, yeah, but paying 100 is not gonna, paying 100% of everything is not gonna always give you the desired results that you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna give you 100% cooperation. You know, it's a privilege. You know, it's a luxury that you can provide for a friend or whatever, or, you know, your lady. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's your lady. You know, but don't think that it's gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, 100% cooperation. You know, because you can create a tyrant by doing that. You know. You said, how can another man who can't afford another man who can't afford what another man does call him a simp? You might just not be able to afford his lifestyle. No, you can call somebody a simp. Whether you can afford their lifestyle or not, you can call them a simp. You know, somebody being able to afford something doesn't make you not a simp. You can call somebody a simp. You know, that's like saying somebody's taking their money and doing something stupid with it. You can point that out, whether you can afford it or not. You know, if I buy $800 Gucci socks and go step in dirt outside, y'all, somebody has the right to call me stupid. You know, but that's still an opinion. You know, you said you married, lived, a babysitter, concubine, maid. You didn't marry a person, competent adult. You said, I can't call a rich man a simp because he pays for his wife. Nah, I'm not gonna say that he's a simp because he paid for his wife. Y'all have been simping. It's a long story. One of my first videos was on Yada. Me and him got into it, you know. I used to talk to Yada. So, back in the day, this is a long time ago. This is when he used to run around with the feds in the onks and shit. Yeah, I mean, if you married, that's your lady. You know what I'm saying? So you're allowed to simp for your girlfriend and your lady and stuff like that. Just don't be no, I'm shit for the sake of y'all relationship. Just don't be no, no kiss ass, you know. I didn't say because you pay for everything she's not competent. I said it doesn't. Y'all gotta listen, y'all. I said it doesn't necessarily get you 100% cooperation. You can't pay for cooperation. Please listen, y'all. Okay, all right. I got you, D Chicago. You know. But yeah, let's get it. What's going on, Shannon? We got the super chat back, y'all, man. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. It's Player Talk.
God has ordained to be great. The purpose of a man, it's not just to...
I don't even think these two guys should be having this conversation. But one guy's a super simp. And the other guy, I'm not going to say he ain't red pill, but he's not the spokesperson for red pill. But let's get it.
To give
I really don't know what they'll argue about, you know.
Spirituality and leadership. It's to understand. The first thing that the word says, and everything that you do, you get understanding. And everything you do, you get understanding. I don't even know her. I don't even know you. Everybody is out here dating, everybody running around, everybody doing everything. They're giving themselves to each other. We think that money or resources or what you can do or what you can offer a person is supposed to make up for all of the insecurities and the problems and the issues that you have in your childhood. What have you solved for? Right? Do you have problems in your childhood? Do you even have a father? Do you know what it means to be a man? It's a lot of women that's raising men to be feminine because they're in single parent households, right? How does that look? What does it look like when you get into a situation with a woman that has a child out of wedlock already, and then she still has to deal with the father? How do you deal with that? See, these are the questions that he can't answer for you, because the only thing he talks about is pandering. I'm talking about context. I'm talking about...
If you leave with your wallet, she gonna leave with your wallet. You dig? What's going on, Red? Y'all hit the subscribe button before y'all hit the poll. He said, question, are dudes signing leases with women or moving in with women? I own my house. I pay 100%. If I find a woman, I make her pay half. How does it work? What do you mean, Shannon? I mean, she got to contribute somehow in the relationship. I'm not saying that she got to pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? But It's like just because you meet me don't mean your life stops. You know, that don't mean you should quit your job. I mean, most women, if you meet them, are they gonna quit their job? Do they get to ride off with you in the sunset on a free ticket? I don't think even most women would even take that these days. She's not ready to quit her job and kick it with you. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at the guys out here. They like, oh, you know, if you gonna meet a woman in a foreign country and stuff like that, you know, you could change her life. And it's like, most women ain't ready to change their life just because they met a nigga. Even if he is rich, they still go to work. They will still want to do their thing and save their money or do whatever with their money. So we gotta kill these old manosphere talking points, man.
Substance. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about praying together. I'm talking about building. You're supposed to get married when you're young because it prevents you from sinning and finding yourself with all of these bodies and these soul ties that ultimately carry with you for the rest of your life. And then you start to see every single man and you can't take it out of your memory with the person that you wind up being with. Most women have skipped over the man that they're supposed to be with because they didn't have the guidance, because they didn't have the spirituality. They don't know the word of God. And so it's easy to just say, oh yeah, just provide 100%. What happens when life happens and you 22, 23, 24 years old and you get married? The economy messed everybody up. Everybody that thought that they had it, guess what? You got a plan and then God has a plan. What happened to the character? Why you don't talk about character?
Hold on, and Anton,
why he don't talk about character? Because what I teach my daughter, I'm a reflection of the man that I would want my daughter to marry. I don't tell my daughter to go and look for a guy to provide for her. I tell my daughter to go and look for a guy that's believing in God, that has good character, that actually worships and looks for and focuses on his purpose, because everything else falls in line. The money is going to come. We so busy chasing money. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. You don't have to chase money. You don't have to look to women to provide for them, because if you're naturally that, if you're raised up in the admonition of your father, which is what God has ordained for you to do, you don't have to worry about that. That's naturally in you. And so, yes, absolutely, she should be purposeful. And her purpose at that time could be raising the children, depending on if y'all got children. Her purpose at that time could be out there and bringing in resources because she's learning a new skill that can then translate into the company that y'all build together. It's a lot of nuance and a lot of context. But I hate it when people pander to women because they leading y'all astray. And it sounds like I'm a harsh father. It sounds like it's a difficult situation. It sounds like you're just supposed to be giving everything. But if that's the case, then why are we as a society, why are we as a people, as Black people in particular, so far behind, and we further behind than we ever been, even though we the freest and we have the opportunity to choose for ourselves? This isn't God. Ain't none of this what he talking about God right now. And I ain't even studied him. I ain't even getting started. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
But I want clarity before we move on.
Go ahead.
Because when we talk about should men pay 100% of the bills, I'm assuming that means based on the context that you just gave.
It's based off of your circumstance and situation. Everyone is different, and nobody is a monolith.
My brother.
Nobody is a monolith.
Okay.
I love how he put so much passion into his words. But when God created man, God gave man a purpose. And what was the purpose? What was the purpose? He placed that man in a garden. What's this?
Oh my God, here we go.
That's a tree. What's this? Those are clouds. What's that? That's a sky. What's that? That's a bear.
That's not what happened.
Listen to me.
You don't even know the
man,
word of
listen
God.
to me.
You don't even know the word of God,
listen to me, brother. Listen to me. And when God, seeing that he was fit to represent himself as a man, he put him to rest.
Oh God.
And from that rib, he took Eve.
Imagine listening to somebody and be like, oh God. Oh Lord.
Now this is a fact. Now we have to understand, what does it mean when you create a woman from the rib? What is a rib? A rib protects the internal organs, the heart and the rib. If the rib is mishandled, it fractures, it breaks. And what does that do to the man? It leaves him vulnerable. It leaves him hurt.
Oh, God.
But if a man handles this rib, protects this rib, uplifts this rib, guides this rib, loves this rib, this woman is able to become something greater than what she was created, which uplifts the man himself. So God gave a man responsibility before he gave him a woman. He didn't say, here's Adam and here's Eve. He says, here's Adam and here's a responsibility. And then when God was seen that he was fit to be considered a man and a head, which God is the head of man and man is the head of woman.
Bronze. Oh, God. You got to say it a certain way, right? Oh, God. Shout out to Bronze Flat Power God in the building, man. Listen, y'all. Y'all hit the like button, hit the Cash App, hit the super chat. We are remonetized. It's been a whole year, y'all. It's been a whole year, man. Let's go. Shit. Oh, God.
He then gave God Eve. And then what happened, brother?
Well, Adam had Lilith before. We did this story. I gave y'all the game. I guess the first sin is simping. You know, the first sin is simping. You know.
And then what happened?
You tell me. Because I'm gonna add the context. I want you
No, we can go in deep. If you want chapters, whatever, we can do this. But I need every young man listening to me that was raised in a home without a father. Young girls that was raised in homes without fathers. Your mother is divine greatness. Your mother is beautiful. I don't care what no man says about you, your mother, or where you can go. Strive to elevate. Strive to become the best version you are before you get into a relationship, so you don't have to drag a woman through the same things your fathers did to your mothers. Love yourself enough to provide for yourself. So when you get into a relationship with a woman, you don't have to abandon her or drag her through your turmoils. Oh,
Lord have mercy.
Praises is completely due to the Most High. Go ahead, my brother.
You know what's so funny about that story? The part that he left out.
What's that?
What's going on, Anton? I know y'all gonna come in cooking, Anton. Shout out to Anti-Social Socialite Podcast in the building. Y'all hit the like button on the way in. We are remonetized, y'all. So listen. Because I don't think Anton thought like this, you know, before he started hanging around the red pill, the red pill circles. You know, Anton used to be a super simp before he started hanging around the red pill circles. Within the last 2-3 years, I guess being here, he started getting gamed up because Anton was sounding just like Yada. You know? And then the women that he was hanging out with or dealing with on, you know, the Lapeef and all these other shows and stuff like that, they basically pushed him to the point where he had to red pill himself, you know, which is hilarious. You know, but shout outs to him. All right. You said simp making money off of these gullible women. Exactly. Yeah. Y'all have been doing this for a minute. You know, one of my first couple videos was roasting Yada. You know. All right, let's get it.
That she hearkened to the voice of the serpent. And the man wasn't.
Yeah, he got stung by the women he was simping for. And that's what I keep telling dudes in this space. They come in simping. You know who's up next to get stung? The Brownsville dude and Shenron. Let's go.
The protector, God.
What's going on in my own lane? In the building. Well, they didn't really what's going on, Devin D? Shout outs to everybody here, y'all. Y'all hit the Cash App. We are remonetized. You know, I definitely wanted to celebrate. I lost my voice last night, y'all. you know, so it hurts to talk, but I definitely had to come through and kick it with the fam. Give y'all some good content today. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Shout out to Devin D, the place to be. Shout out to In My Own Lane in the building. Let me tell y'all something, man. Because Derek Jackson is still around, I don't think they replaced him. It's just that guys like Yada, their rhetoric, right? Their rhetoric is old. Like, it's like kicking a dead horse. Like, the Hotep guys ran the calling women queens into the ground. You know, they ran the grand risings into the ground. They ran a lot of shit into the fucking ground. You dig what I'm saying? They ran a lot of shit into the ground. So women are tired of them. You know, women got tired of the, you know, the self-aggrandizement and all kinds. They got tired of it, you know? And then they're not the best type of guys to be with. So, you know, the Hotep brand of simping kind of went out the window, you know, and then, you know, like the Derek Jackson brand of simping is kind of more on point with what women are talking about, because it's like vague. You know, it's like vague. Like Derek Jackson will definitely pushes the simping, but he kind of doesn't. He just tells you to simp your ass off. He doesn't tell you what type of simp to be. Hotep simping is a completely different type of simping. You know what I'm saying? It's a focused. It's an archetype that women stay away from sometimes. You know. Shout outs to Devin D in the place to be, dropping the huge $2 on the Cash App. I appreciate you. Let's go.
More. Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens, where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, maybe get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout out to everybody supporting the channel. Let's go. You said Hotep simping is inconsistent with soft girl era. Yeah. Like even women, when they see a Hotep simping, or Hotep simp, it's like oof. You know, it's like oof. Yeah, Sharon gonna find out. Brownsville gonna find out too. And they might end up losing their women. One of the worst things you can do is come to Black YouTube simping and have a woman. Alright? He said Hotep simping most by F boys, Derek Jackson and simps are more college players. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Because Derek Jackson, he got card games and shit with our talking points and stuff on it, you know. Derek Jackson is one of us, actually, red pill, but it's funny.
God was. They had everything. They didn't even know that they was naked. He made her because he said that it wasn't good for man to be alone, and he didn't point to figure it out. He let him name every single thing that was in the garden, and the context matters. And this is what happens when you know your word. And the interesting part about it is the devil know parts of the Bible too. The devil know parts of the Bible too. So,
man, the devil know the whole Bible. What are you talking about? The devil read the Bible more than the people. Never mind.
The serpent itself was able to beguile Eve because he understood what God told them not to do, not to eat from that tree, not to eat that fruit. And although she had all of the covering that she could ever want and need, there is no greater provider than God himself. And you know what she did? She was disobedient. She still ate. And not only did she eat, she went and she gave it to her husband too, which then got them kicked out. And then they had to put cherubims
around the tree of life so that they wouldn't eat it and become gods themselves. That's scripture. And then their children was raised up to then kill one another because one of them was jealous of the other. And then the children then became generational curses as a result of what the beguilement was from the wife, from Eve.
Brother.
No.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
That's literally what happened. So my point is that context matters. It's not just looking at it on the surface. It's deep diving into the understanding. You need to get a concordance. You should get a concordance because I don't know what book you read. I don't know what version you understand. But
he reads the Noble Drew Ali Quran. Let's go.
You got to get a concordance to understand what words mean. And you need to understand exactly what God instructed Adam to do because he wasn't disobedient. He was punished for the thing that you tell women to do and you tell men to do. You said, people sent me a video of you saying a man should give 100% of his check to his wife. God punished Adam because he hearkened to the voice of his woman and he wasn't the leader that you saying with both tongues, because it's speaking from both tongues, that you said that men should do. It's the opposite of what God instructed man to do.
That's what he just said is so beautiful. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through 6. Adam was right next to Eve when the serpent gave her the fruit to eat. He was right next to her. Genesis, anybody, Genesis.
This guy's crazy.
Chapter 1.
He said this guy is crazy.
Listen to me. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through 6. Can somebody read that for me?
What version?
I'm gonna pull that up. I'm gonna pull that up. Genesis.
What version?
Let's go King James just to keep it. Let's keep it King James just to keep it standard.
And Lano, can we pull that up? Can we?
He said this guy's crazy.
Pull that up, Lano. Is that possible?
We're no longer allowing men to walk us around circles and sound like they know what they're talking about.
Oh no, you know
Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1 through 6. Can somebody please read?
Listen, we're gonna pull that up. And listen, shout out to the chat. We're gonna pull that up. Genesis chapter 1 through 6. We got 33.
Man, this shit about to turn into Bible study. What are y'all arguing about? Y'all y'all are married and rich. Y'all are married and rich. God damn.
100 people in the chat. That's between initiates, NDBA, and the bag chasers all going crazy tonight. And I dropped the poll, guys. We already got 1,200 people chimed in on that poll. Who will win tonight's debate? It's already getting heated. Should men pay 100% of the bills? And it's funny because it's 52% to 48%. So pretty much it's 50-50.
After you read this, I'm gonna break down the generational curse. This brother didn't know what he was talking about.
Okay,
But let's do this.
Let's send that link to Lano. Send that link to Lano. So I want him to pull that up.
Let's go ahead.
Yo, my mic's so good.
Your mic is good. Can you
make sure y'all get y'all hardly initiated cards? Right? My mic it seems like it's going in and out.
It's going in
crazy.
Your headphones, it's probably your headphones, but your mic is good. Your
mic, as long as my mic is good.
Your mic is Gucci. So check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and start reading this. Lano, go ahead. You gonna get that set to Lano to pull it.
Trying to get it to Lano. Yeah.
Now Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made, and he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall y'all touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not.
All right, now, and it was funny because like I thought about it the other day because I was reading a little bit of scripture. And I said, damn, Kanye is a genius. Because, you know, he calls himself Ye now. But it's not Ye. It's Ye. Ye shall not drink from the, you know, it's Ye. Instead of he is Ye. All right, let's go.
Surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
That's correct.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be
right, Anti. Absolutely.
He desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he
shout out
did
to Red.
With her.
That does not,
No,
that's not what it means.
Read that
That's
again,
not
please.
what it means.
Read that again, please.
That's not what it means.
Let me read it one more time. Let me read this one more
That's
time.
not what it means, and you know better.
Now you want to change
the mic, as long as my mic is good.
The mic is Gucci. So check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and start reading this. Lano, go ahead. You gonna get that to Lano to pull it
trying
out.
to get it to Lano. Yeah.
Now, Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall y'all touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
That's correct.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
With her.
That does not,
No,
that's not what it means.
Read that
that's
again,
not
please.
what it means.
Read that again, please.
That's not what it means.
It's 2024 and people are still taking stuff in the Bible out of context. Ain't that a beast? Ain't that a beast? Ain't that a beast? And let me ask you, and let me ask y'all a question. Did y'all know the most stolen book on the planet is still the Bible? I'm talking about stolen, like when people steal the Bible.
One more time. Let me read this one more
That's
time.
not what it means, and you know better.
Now you want to change
You
the
know
word.
better. No, it's not changing the word.
Hold on,
You
wait,
know
wait.
that's not what it
Guys,
means.
hold on, wait, 1 second. 1 second. This is actually chapter 3. I'm reading verse 6 again. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her.
With her.
But no, but see,
With
here's
her.
the key. No, here's the key.
Now he want to change the word of God.
Nope, don't overtalk me. She talked to the serpent
Scroll up,
by
Lano.
herself. She ate from the tree by herself, and then she took with her and then dined with her husband.
That's not what it said.
Listen. That is what happened in the word.
Man.
He wants to, and here's the beautiful part about this, is that he's so stuck on pandering.
Oh man.
He's so stuck. And here's the beautiful part about this, is that regardless of what man that you have, regardless of,
And that's funny because Anton, the manosphere had to call Anton out for pandering. So let's go.
your covering, he's going to suffer no matter what. He has to pay the price. Men today understand that regardless of whether or not my mic is going in and out, or is it just my headphones?
Just your headphones. Just your headphones.
Regardless of whether or not we get you impregnated or not, we still have to be responsible for that. We go to jail regardless of if we want to take care of that kid or not. If we decide that we don't want to pay child support, even if it's not your child, a woman can put your name on the birth certificate and you will be imprisoned as a result of it. That is just the facts.
It's men every single day that go to jail for things that they didn't do. They get accused of things that they didn't do every single day. Meaning that men by default, even back in the word of God, is held accountable for the things that their wife do. But it doesn't absolve the woman from being responsible for her own decisions. It does not absolve her at all. And that's the part of the context that we're missing. We always want to put it on the men. And justifiably so, because men have to be responsible, and you've never seen how great a society is without men being great themselves. But we don't live in that time.
Oh, praises. Now, I want to finish what I was saying about
But I'm gonna let him finish.
Thank you so much.
Let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead.
Thank you so much. From Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1 through 6.
He just read it.
Listen to me, please. May I speak? That's
you're right. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you so much. Genesis, chapter 3. You read
1
it.
through 6.
Yes,
1
sir.
through 6,
that
right?
was 1 through 6. Yes, sir.
Did it say that Eve walked down the street?
No.
Did it say she ran around the corner? She said she gave it to her husband that was right next to her, meaning
It didn't say right
brother,
next to her.
brother that was with her.
Pervert the word of God.
Can we read it one more time? It's on the screen.
He didn't say
Can
he
we
was right
place it
next to her.
again?
And
Can we
Gabe-
place?
He said
Hold on.
that she
Anton,
talked to
hold
the
on for 1
serpent
minute,
by
brother.
herself.
1 minute,
He
brother.
was not there.
Brother, 1 minute, brother,
So check
please.
it out. I got it. It says, and gave also. She took.
Also,
She took.
Also,
brother,
the
listen,
fruit-
brother.
She
Thank
took
you.
of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also
Thank
unto her husband
It's a headache.
with her.
so you're going to ignore also?
With her.
He did
You're going to ignore also?
Can you read it again? Because I don't know if
I didn't
where
see
he learned
anywhere.
English from.
I didn't see anywhere in that
Where'd you
scripture
learn your English?
where it said that
Okay,
Adam was
let me
there
finish,
while
brother.
she was having a
Let me finish.
conversation.
I understand
and when she
you don't
picked-
like to be
and when
proven
she
wrong. I
picked the
got
fruit
you.
off of
we
the tree.
gotta have one
I didn't
mic.
see that.
We gotta have one mic, guys, just so because we
I'm
gotta
gonna finish. Thank you so
We
much.
gotta
So
get
let's get
context
it.
on
So
this.
Genesis 1 through 6.
Right. First, I want to say, Antoine, I love you. And I'm glad that you came here to speak with me today. We don't have to get emotional, over talk, yell. It's not about proving points, bro. We gonna show facts. That's it. You said talking points, right? You said we couldn't go into context. Now, as we see, when a man leaves a woman unprotected, she doesn't just get hurt. Her family beneath her gets hurt. Now we're going to step into what the brother was talking about with generational curses. The generational curse fell on the sons. You okay, brother? I thought you were having a seizure. Your neck was moving a little bit. You okay?
I'm listening.
Just making sure you're okay.
Because you're doing the common
Brother,
lyrics.
no, brother,
But go
please,
ahead.
please, brother. Thank you so much. I love you, brother, really. When Adam and Eve, Adam is the head over woman. God is the head over man. When Adam ate, God came to him, and I'll give you a check if you want to, because I know I like to go back, and this is what I do.
That's another thing too. Why a lot of women don't like the Hotep type brothers, because a lot of them are in and this is what these are women laws. This is how women look at them. A lot of those Hotep type brothers are absolutely misogynistic. What's going on, Caliism? A lot of them are super misogynists. That's what rubs a lot of women the wrong way too. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Emmanuel? How you doing, man? You said my PayPal? Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Shouts to Emmanuel Martins dropping the huge $5 on the PayPal. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks. Thank you for supporting the show. Shout outs to everybody hitting the like button and supporting the show. Let's get it. Let's go.
Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic Liquor Store in Queens, where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Shout outs to E-Man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. So yeah, you know, a lot of the Hotep, a lot of the Hotep brothers. Shout outs to Prince P. He said they'll slap a woman faster than the biz. I'm telling you, that's another part like that rubbed women the wrong way. That's why women really don't flock to them no more, because they're you know they're misogynists. You know what I'm saying? They're misogynistic. But the thing is too now is that a lot of the Hoteps back in the day, you know, were brothers trying to make it. So back in the day, a lot of those brothers, you know, I guess couldn't afford to be misogynistic. So a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me read it. Okay, hold on. Let me check it. Hold on. I got you, bro. Hold on. My bad. I just let me see if it has a note. Hold on. Oh, I got you. I didn't even see it had a note attached to it. Thank you, bro. He says this is why men left the church. Kuda. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you notice too, Manuel. Also, this is why women don't date at church, because there's a lot of, you know, effeminate men there. I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about church. Church is one of the worst places you can go to meet people. I'm telling you, church is one of the worst places you can go to meet people. And Anton, he was right in the beginning when they were talking about the Bible. The devil does read the Bible. The devil knows the Bible. I know atheists that read the Bible and know the Bible more than people that claim to be Christians and stuff like that. I've seen atheists bludgeon people on the internet with the word. You know, some people know the Bible like the back of their hand. And then another thing too, you know, to piggyback off of what Manuel said, that's why men left the church. So a lot of women don't date at church also. Some of the worst people are at church. You know what I'm saying? Devilish people are at church. And then you notice too, if you read enough Bible stories and stuff, that when God calls upon people to save or help or do something, it's usually people outside of the church, minding their own damn business, that got to come back in and clean up the church or clean up people that stray away from the Lord and stuff like that. You know, a lot of women don't date the men at church because it's a lot of effeminate dudes. And it's a lot of good dudes that go to church too. But, you know, usually them dudes are, you know, they got families and they married and stuff like that. Sometimes they do fuck around. But you said self-righteous are in church. Yeah, I mean, some of the worst people. I mean, you got to look at it like this. You know, people go to church to get an answer. You know, the church is like the internet. People go to it to get an answer. You understand what I'm saying? They go to it to get an answer, and sometimes it's not the best people in the world. You know, sometimes a lot of people are going through through something, and that's what leads them to the church doors. You know, you said big facts. I refuse to go back to any church. Period. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. In modern society, church is a talking point. You know. You said that's not what social media is for. You said the whole point of social media is interaction. Social media has turned into a dumpster fire, yo. All right, let's go. Shout outs to Emmanuel. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
He ate other fruit.
I gotta start
like the brother said, he was naked.
I didn't know
God came to him and said,
cool.
Why are you hiding? He said, I'm naked. He said, who told you you're naked? Yes or no? You agree with that part? Thank you so much for agreeing. He then asked him, who told you you were naked? He said, the woman that you gave me the fruit and I ate. He took no responsibility over that woman. Now this turns into a generational curse, which goes down to Cain and Abel. When a man leaves a woman unprotected, we're going to see death in high numbers as we do right now. Detroit, Chicago, New York, they're even rapping about it, calling it drill music. But if
y'all late as hell. And Your woman tells you she doesn't need you. I don't need you. I don't need no nigga. I don't need no nigga to protect me. I don't need no nigga. I don't need no man. Disposability.
Many young men had fathers in their lives that could elevate them.
And back to shout outs to Emmanuel. Hold on. Shout outs to what Emmanuel was saying too. And back to why the men left the church. Niggas got tired of listening to niggas like this. What's going on, Spawn? Niggas got tired of listening to niggas like this. Right, most hated. Shout outs to Bronze Flat Power Guy. He said the self-judgmental are liars in the churches. Absolutely.
Love their mothers, appreciate their mothers, guide their mothers, because when a man loves a woman, the children will be protected. But when a woman has to pick up the slack of a man and become a man, more masculine in her approach with her sons. The bull.
And that's another thing too. Yada always assumes that a man is not doing nothing, or he throws in man. He throws in a man just whenever he conveniently feels like it. It's like, see, women are suffering because men don't, and a lot of the pandering dudes. One of the things I want you to observe, because this is old school pandering. Yada's like old news, y'all. They literally take on the ideology of a feminist. I want y'all to pay attention to that. Staunch, like go hard Hotep pander bears. They think exactly like feminists.
Boy turns into something other than himself. And now we're seeing murder.
And like my boy Prince P said, these niggas will beat Yada beat the hell out of his lad. He threw a dumbbell at a bitch one time. He a little dude, but he's strong as shit. All right, let's go.
At high numbers. We're still going through the sins of Adam not being a provider and a teacher, because a provider isn't just financial. Providing is emotionally, mentally, spiritually, intellectually. This is what a provider is. And when a man's unable to do that, we see what's going on. Young girls not knowing how to choose a man, and men speaking down to women. This is what's going on. This is the sin of Adam, not the sin of Eve. But you men believe that.
Adam was punished not for eating the fruit, but to hearkening unto the voice of the woman. That's why he don't understand. See, he'll move the goalposts and start talking about drill music and all of this other nonsense. That's not true. Let me tell you something. God punished her. He punished her first. He punished the woman. He didn't punish the man because of the woman. He punished the man for hearkening unto the voice of the woman. And that's the context. How can you sit there and say, because she wasn't provided for and protected, when at that time, before sin was committed, God was the provider and the protector? So did she sin against her husband or did she sin against God?
Are you asking a question?
Yes, that's a question.
She sins in both.
Did she sin against her husband or did she sin against God?
Both.
Well, that would make you a hypocrite. That would make you contradictory, because I'm gonna explain to you how.
Please.
Because you said that she wasn't provided and protected for. God had gave them everything that they could ever need. Their responsibility was to make sure that they listened to God and did what he's supposed to do. They only had one rule.
That's beautiful, bro.
There was only one rule, not to eat from that fruit. That's it.
That wasn't
God was tired of Adam's simping ass too. God was tired of Adam's simping ass. I did a whole show about this. I've done shows years ago. The secret relationship between women and snakes. The devil knew exactly what patina to take on to seduce Eve. So he punished Adam for being a simp. God was like, you know what, get the hell out of here. And Adam, take your simp ass on too. and he unsubscribed them from the Garden of Eden. Yeah, ultimately all sin is against God. Absolutely. All right. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button before y'all hit the poll. Support the show, y'all. Let's see if y'all changed y'all votes. It's Player Talk Radio. Hit the like button, y'all. Support the show. All right, let's look at this poll real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. 32 votes on the poll. Who will win, Anton or Yada? I don't know what the hell they're going to win, but okay. 22% says Anton. 16% says Yada. 25% says Kuda. 38% says Super Chat. Y'all crazy, man. But it's wild though, you know. I wonder. It makes me wonder. I wonder if simping. I wouldn't say it's the first sin, but I wonder if it's the most fucked up sin in the eyes of God. I guess. You know. I mean, or do y'all think that was the last straw? God was like, "Fuck it, start all over. It's the last straw." You know. Adam probably been pissing them off the whole time, and that was it, you know. So it's interesting. Now, a lot of people don't tell the other story. Adam had another wife named Lilith, and maybe this story is canon. But Adam had another wife named Lilith, and she wouldn't submit to him. You did? And the story goes is that, God chased her into the mountains. And I guess he ended up catching her. But he ended up letting her go after a conversation. Or, after, he didn't punish her. So I wonder what that's about. So one day maybe we'll go over that story and see the theory. Lilith theory, I guess. And see what they're... hold on, god damn it, Nightbot. Hold on, Nightbot. Give me 1 second. Yeah, simping is biblically wrong. What's going on, Larry? Shout out to Larry Legend in the building. What's going on, player? Yeah, you said Lilith was real. What's going on, Toya? Surprise, surprise. Right. Shout outs to everybody here, y'all. We are back. It took us over a year, but we are back monetized. God is good. Y'all hit the like button. Support the show. Let's get it. Let's go. Might go look up Lilith real quick. Give me 1 second. Pause this.
That wasn't it.
That was the rule.
No, it wasn't.
That was the rule.
No, it wasn't.
And they sinned against God. They were punished as a result of it. So for you to say that she wasn't protected and provided for is a lie, because then that would mean that you convicting God.
Hold on, wait 1 second. I want to reset the room, by the way, because I know people just coming in.
I love it.
We got Anton and Yada in the building right now, and this all is inspired.
And there's some other stuff that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to do some videos on it because we're going to start talking about different things that a lot of people in YouTube aren't really talking about like that. Like, we're going to talk about Gorgons. You know, a lot of people know Medusa. We're going to start talking about Gorgons and all kinds of stuff. Let's go. Let's play a talk.
This is the context behind the original question here. of should men pay 100% of the bills.
I love it.
If you missed it already, you're gonna have to go back to the beginning to get some further context. But the story of Genesis was brought up here as a way for us to go to be honest, I damn forgot why the hell we went here.
Well, it's about responsibility. That's what it's about.
It was
That's the conversation.
responsibility.
About responsibility.
But see, I think this is really important because what we're trying to really nail down at this point is the concept of true providership.
Right.
And what does providership properly look like? Because I think 100% of the bills is really when we is related to the conversation of men being providers, and what does it look like for men to properly provide?
And essentially, when does a man qualify for a relationship?
And see, that's a really great question, because my man Yada said a man is always providing 100%, whereas Anton here says it depends on the relationship itself.
Right. It depends on the circumstances. It depends on a lot of things.
It does depend on the relationship. But what y'all are not talking about, because y'all don't even understand where these talking points came from, and y'all don't even reach out to people that actually brought these talking points to where they need to go. Like we push these talking points, you know, y'all are using talking points and y'all don't know where they came from. So let me get y'all up to date. Y'all have to start asking more educated questions as like, you know, why would a man provide 100%? Why are men doing that? Because they feel like they will get 100% cooperation if they do that. They're under the belief that, oh, okay, once I get rid of a woman's problems, it'll make her 10 times better. And that's not necessarily the truth. And this goes along with fixing everything for women and doing everything for women. See, when you play Mr. Fix-It, even women don't like that shit. Sometimes playing Mr. Fix-It will even make it even worse, because a lot of times women don't want to fix things or want things fixed. They just want somebody to listen to them. It's like playing whack-a-mole. There's always going to be a problem, and there's always, women don't like to bring closure to every single problem that they have. Sometimes they just want somebody to listen. That's just really how it goes. You know, what's going on, Ty City? Yeah, he was cool with Kevin Samuels. You said the 50-50 relationship comes from dudes that move in with women. Not necessarily, Shannon B, but it can. Actually, let me tell you who goes 50-50 the most. Celebrities. People with money. The 50-50 relationships aren't just for poor people or people or regular working people or whatever. 50-50 relationships, like when Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor get together, guess what? They both got money, and they're both from they're both from two different, professions. That's a 50-50 relationship. So celebrities are going 50-50. A lot of people don't realize that. All right. It wasn't necessarily a woman's talking point, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. You said Anton was really close to Kevin. He was one of the few people that went to his funeral. Yeah. I remember when Anton really started coming around like that, because Anton was a big simp. But hanging in these spaces really, changed them up, Listen, y'all, we are remonetized. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Hit the Cash app. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it. Let's go.
It's not just a relationship.
Okay. Hold tight.
Okay.
So before you get into that question, I'm gonna read some
Let's
of these
do
super
it.
chats. We told the initiates that we was gonna read the super chat. Shout out to Raphael Williams. Says Yada on that grift. He even brought his goof troop female posse to back him up. Y'all are trolls. Shout out to Kimberly Moore. Says read 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 13 through 14. And shout out to Joanne. She says, Yada, I want to ask you how to get any woman.
So as I throw out another talking point, that a lot of people don't know, and I'm gonna get people gonna be using it and repeating it. People be like, oh, well, Kuda, you need money to get women. It's like, no, you don't need money to get women. You don't need money to get women, but it's dumb to be around women without money. You don't need money to get women, but it's dumb to be around women without money.
Respect and submission.
Hold off on
and
all
I gotta
questions.
change these up,
Hold off
guys.
on all
Listen, y'all gotta
questions
spell check these super chats because y'all gonna have me up here sounding crazy, and continue to make sure to send those. And I'm gonna drop a poll right here because the conversation is, should men pay 100% of the bills? So I'm getting ready to drop that poll to see what the initiates think. And I think Tyshawn, you wanted to follow up with a question real fast.
Absolutely. I think, Yada, we talked about this yesterday.
Over 4,000 people in the chat.
I think it's really important for us to give context to the brother who is on the come up, because I know a lot of myself of brothers at different levels. I have a vast friend group here in Atlanta of brothers who's, I mean, from a financial perspective, they've already made it. And other brothers who are absolutely ambitious. They're in masterminds, they're investing in themselves, but they have not really quite arrived at that place where they feel in this economy.
Yeah, I mean, and the next brothers to get chewed up and sound like red pill people by women are the Brownsville dude and the Sharon dude. Those women gonna turn on them men, those boys so quick. Women get tired of simping, so let's get it.
Economy that they can really provide for the family at the level that they want, at the vision that they want.
Them the ones that get turned out, Devin D. The simps, the hardcore simps. You know? And it's bad because they married. You know, they fuck around and, you know, they fuck around and lose lose their marriage and shit like that. Your wife don't want you on the internet simping for other women. You're either gonna do YouTube or simp. You can't do both. And you see what happens to these people's wives. You know, they be like the sacrificial lamb and stuff like that. Derek Jackson, his wife knew he was up. Derek Jackson, his wife knew he was up here lying his ass off, and she you know, she getting treated like crazy. So a bunch of other women can listen to him and feel better about themselves. That's crazy. You'll lose your damn marriage getting on the internet and overly simping. You know? Shout out to Toya. Toya said I could never turn on. Thank you. You said there's no magic formula. Absolutely. You said especially Brownsville. Yeah, we see what happened to people's marriages. You know? And then that's another thing when I was listening to them. They were up here trying to tell you about, they were up here trying to tell you about, get you up out of here. They were up here trying to tell you about, you're a rim brother and you need to treat women right and all kinds of shit. And then they cheating on their wives. How does that work? How you trying to point out what other brothers are doing and you out here cheating on your wife? So women aren't dumb. You know, women are very smart to monetize or utilize some of these simps because once they get in with them and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Once they get in with them and shit, it ain't even fun. It ain't even fun. And shout outs to my girl, what's her name? Fuck, I forgot her name. Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ, I see her face. Olivia Alexa. She got to the topic before I did. I had a video for it and I edited it and it didn't come out right, so I'm gonna redo it. But she was talking about how a lot of women actually like guys that could cheat on them. Because I wanted to draw that fine line that could cheat on them. I know it doesn't. I know, and I know it sounds crazy when you say it. You know, why would a woman like a guy that could cheat on her? It's because a lot of women like guys that are desirable. You know what I'm saying? But if you cheat on your woman, doesn't necessarily mean that you're desirable. You know, it's a lot going on. So I gotta play catch up on YouTube. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back. Shout outs to Darshawn. What's going on, player? Shout outs to Darshawn in the building. Yes, sir. Bro, I gotta go over your video. I started the first part of it and then I gotta go back to it. I gotta finish watching it when I get off air. How you doing, man? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Darshawn. Support the black authors in the building. Man, we are back. What's going on, Janet? We got our super chat back. God is good. You said 100% of dudes get cooked in divorce court usually end up red pill raging. Yeah, I mean, guys turn red pill more in relationships or right after, like right before they get out of a relationship, you know? So guys go red pill, you know? Guys in relationships are red pill. They're not necessarily purple pill. There's a lot of red pill guys in relationships, you know? And they're not purple pill, you know? What's going on, Misha? Good morning. Shout outs to the Wrench Squad in the building. Let's get it. Y'all hit the like button, support the show, and hit the poll. These are the last two people that should be arguing, but it's funny. Let's get it.
But they also may still have a lady that they love or that they're building with. Mm-hmm. Is it a good idea? Because I really want to give the men some game here. Should men take on a woman that they feel like they love and is an asset before he is capable and ready to 100% provide?
What do you mean by, let me ask just a little bit more concept.
Yeah.
What do you mean by is an asset?
Well, he feels like she has the qualities of a good.
And then let me tell y'all something too about this. I'm paying for 100% of stuff. A lot of women won't respond well to that. A lot of women won't respond well to that. You want to know why? Because and you know, dudes hold that over women's head a lot. Especially these Hotep type dudes. They hold that over women's head a lot. Oh, I'm paying for this, so you should be doing this, you know? You know, trying to domesticate her and get her to do other different little things. You know, I get it. But let me give y'all the game. Some women will hate a guy that's 100% doing everything because a lot of women want to feel like they're contributing and actually adding to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put women in a position where they have an idle mind. You know? You said they won't respond at all. Shit. And I'm telling you, man, you got to be careful. You know, women are very precious, but if you mishandle them, even by thinking that you're doing something right, you will create a tyrant. And you know what tyrants do? They destroy things that's close to them, i.e. you. Some women can't handle that shit. So like I said, you got to look at the initiative of why, you got to look at the incentive of why, you know, men will pay all of this money. Like, you know, it's like they feel that they're going to get 100% cooperation, and that's not what happens. But let's go.
Good wife.
Because I believe that every woman can be an asset. But I'm wondering, in the context of your question, what do you mean?
As she has the qualities to become a wife and his long-term partner that he can build with.
So it's a woman that I'm assuming the woman that a gentleman is serious about.
Absolutely.
Should he take her on if
So
he can't quite provide 100%?
should he jump into this? Okay, I'm just gonna summarize it because I'm a C student. I'm slow. He's smarter. Should he get into a relationship with this woman even though he can't provide 100%? Is that what y'all
100%.
asking?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I got you. Is that a question for me?
Actually,
First?
That's some stupid shit. Broke people shouldn't date. Nigga, broke people are going to date. All right? People are going to collaborate. And sometimes it ends up having both of them build each other up. Again, you have two men that have women and they're rich trying to talk to you about relationships. Okay. What's going on, Chris G? Yeah, no man gets 100% cooperation. Absolutely.
how about this? I want to actually hear from Yad on this one because I'm not sure who's
because I think we're trying to clarify: is it should that be the goal to pay 100%, or should that be the standard even prior to getting into a relationship?
Okay. You're saying should it be the goal?
In Chicago, say I paid the bills, but my girl still works.
Break it down a little bit for me.
So go ahead.
Yeah,
Because I want to make sure we ask the same
because I don't want to change the question. I want to make sure we're clear on the question. The question is simply, if we have a brother who is not ready to 100% provide at this point in his life and time, should he seriously be looking to pursue, marry, and build with a woman?
No. Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Or let me just add one more piece of context. Okay. Does it matter how old he is? How old is this guy that's asking this question? Because if you're 40, I think it's a completely different conversation.
Okay.
Than if you're 20.
Well, let's say between 30 and 40.
Give me the context on.
Come from the perspective that I look at this through the lens of a Christian, right? So I'm saying that a lot of times people want to jump head first into sex out of wedlock, children out of wedlock, so on and so forth. And I believe that absolves you from that. And it also gives you a greater purpose and responsibility because you now have to shepherd over somebody other than yourself. And generally, especially men, most men, you're supposed to care more about the people around you. And that's why even when you're trying to solve for something, or even when you're trying to be successful, they tell you to think about somebody other than yourself, because sometimes if you do it just for you, you won't care. But if you're doing it for your daughter, if you're doing it for your son, if you're doing it for people that's outside of you, even your mother or your father, when you add people into that equation, a lot of times you'll be a lot more purposeful and you'll be a lot more dedicated, consistent, and so on and so forth. So if you're solving for sin, if you're solving for also wanting to be successful, but understanding that it's an exchange for strengths for weaknesses, because it's not just one way, right? Women do add value into the conversation, and you're 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, you're supposed to be broke. Relatively, I mean, compared to what me and him have, you're supposed to be broke. You're not going to be making $200, $300, $400, $1 million, $2 million a year. That's just a fact, unless you're doing something.
And that's another thing, because I don't understand this, right? He said, who's the great value Tariq Nasheed? You talk about Yada? That's another thing, too. I don't know why y'all, again, I don't know why dudes keep associating women with money. Again, you don't need money to get women, but it's foolish to be around women without money. All right, let's go.
Something that you're not supposed to do. So at that age, I absolutely advocate for people to get married. And I also believe that it's best for people that have less resources to get married, because it's a quicker way to build wealth. The goal ultimately should always be to where you can release her from doing the things that normal women would do that are single, as far as having to provide and protect for themselves. But at the same time, I also think that there's nuance in that, because if you're in a relationship with somebody that's early in there and you got it from scratch, I think that she has equity in what you do. If you're a 40, 50-year-old man, I think you need to probably get yourself together before you decide that you want to bring a woman into your space and you can't provide. And that's the context.
Right, D-Mac.
I think that when you're older, if you've been playing video games and you've been doing the same thing over and over again and you don't have the results, you need to go and study your word. You need to get in your Bible. You need to dedicate yourself. You need to get a coach. You need to figure out what life is like. So at that point, I don't think that you should be in a relationship.
So context, just so I understand, a man between his 20s and I guess between 20 and 30, it's fine for him to not be able to provide 100%.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
he's building with his lady. As 100%. A man gets
40. And here's the rest of the context though, because I think that in society, and we live in this social media culture, that everybody thinks that you're supposed to live in a mansion. Everybody thinks that you're supposed to have a high-rise condo, right? You could provide 100%, especially if you have children, but are you willing to lower your lifestyle in order to build successfully and then add value into the assets that will ultimately make you rich in the future, right? So it's so much nuance, there's so much context to this, and it depends on where you at in your life. It depends on what you study, and it depends on what your family structure is like. It depends on if you come from money and resources, right? All of those things matter, and I think that there is no one right answer. It depends on the circumstance, and everybody's circumstance is different.
There we have it. Okay, Yada, we're gonna give you a chance to respond here.
I love the way he articulated himself. It's very beautiful. But being well traveled, I've seen men provide 100% without having so much. And like the brother said, long as they're staying within their standards, I don't think a man should get into a relationship with a woman until he knows he's able to handle all responsibilities by himself.
And that's another thing too with the Hoteps, man. They start trying to speak for the women. Oh, men shouldn't date if they're broke. Okay, that doesn't mean shit. What if the woman likes him? And she don't care about what you care about. And she's still gonna go after him. What you gonna do then? Let's go.
In case that woman leaves him. Because if you're in a relationship with a woman and you're...
I don't know, Guido. There's a lot of dudes that went bankrupt for pussy.
living with a woman and she's paying half and you're paying half and she leaves you.
Support the show,
what
y'all.
Are you gonna do? Lose everything you have? Your car, your home? A man has to be able to provide for himself and another comfortably before he entertains a woman. But over not just speaking on the financial part, a man needs to make sure he's spiritually whole, mentally whole, emotionally whole. Because if he's coming from America and coming from certain backgrounds, majority of the time they're scarred. Even if they were raised in home with two parents, they're scarred and they're battling some form of childhood trauma. And men, we get so caught up in our ego and our pride, we tend to bleed on the person that's right next to us, forgetting this person's on our team. Now we're stressed out because we can't pay the bills like we should. She's fussing at us. Now what we do, we drinking more, we smoking more, we're trying to run away from the truth. We're trying to run away from our children. Brothers, if you're listening to me and you didn't have the proper father in your life, please, I beg you, take care of yourself. Love yourself, provide for yourself, spend the first 5 years of your adulthood working on becoming the man that you need to be so you can get the woman you want and not the woman you settled for. Because a lot of men are getting into relationships with women they're settling for because they can't get the woman that they truly want. Now they're misusing this woman, abusing this woman. Children come, they leave this woman. Most men that leave women because they weren't properly good with them. They didn't love them. They couldn't connect to them on all levels. They got a woman that took them at the level which they were on, and a woman that they truly wanted, they're not going to look at them. So all I'm saying to my brothers, and I love what Anton, I don't disagree when he said family is business. No, man, I for sure, it's business. But brothers, please take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, financially. Make sure you're talking to counselors. Make sure you're dealing with childhood trauma, especially if you were raised in homes with abusive fathers, either verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, or physically abusive. or you didn't have a father whatsoever. Spend this time in your adulthood loving on yourself, protecting yourself, leading yourself, and guiding yourself. So when you do find a woman that you love, you don't break her. Women can't endure what we endure. They can't do it. And when a man is building on the come up, we pour so much hurt onto our women because
be one of them. If you can't treat her the way that she wants to be treated, get your hands off another man's wife. Boy, if you don't get out of here with that shit. I don't know who he's trying to convince, but okay.
Men get stressed out.
Women, obviously.
Oh, when we trying to build, we get stressed out to get to where me and Antoine.
I don't understand why y'all don't get it. The women don't mind dealing with certain simps. Just don't be a community simp. They definitely don't like that.
On that, we put a lot of work in, and it came with a lot of pain.
I have no idea, D-Mac.
It wasn't peaches and creams and kumbayas. It's, I gotta figure this out. Oh, what's going on? And sometimes the woman right next to us gets this attitude, gets this aggression, not because we don't love them, but they're right next to us. So we're bleeding on them without meaning to, and we're blessed to have women, because I believe your wife was with you on your come up, right?
Absolutely. I've known her since high school.
They were able to endure the men till we got to this level, because I wasn't this man 10, 20 years ago. But I
think be acting like bitches be dying on the cross for niggas and shit. She died on the cross for you. Right, Anton. You see the shit?
I had to go through so much to become this man, for trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And I'm just blessed to have a woman that was able to endure it. A lot of women don't have the endurance for that. And a man should never bleed on his woman if he says he loves her.
Right, D-Mac.
Brothers, please heal. Heal yourselves first, and then get into a relationship with a woman.
There you have. So we got, man, Anton, you was right, because it's not about to be 2 hours.
It's about to be a full.
I got a question.
Okay, we're gonna get this question going, and then we'll get to the next round.
Questions. Number one, I wonder why he didn't say men that also have abusive mothers, because he said abusive fathers. He didn't say abusive mothers also, right? Because again, he never holds women accountable for the decisions that they make. That's number one. And number two, and I don't want to make this personal, but my question is, how many women have you bled on prior to actually finding yourself?
How many women have I bled on?
Yeah, according to the context that you said a lot of times.
From the age, honestly, from the age I started talking to women, 16, 15, I bled. Trial and error. Like God really took me on a journey of learning myself, figuring out how to love myself, express, build financial wealth with nobody to guide me. I built financial wealth. I'm the first multi-millionaire in my family, and I'm the first to take care of my whole family by myself. Every member.
Shout outs to my bro AW. I don't want to throw your government out there. Shout outs to you. Thank you, bro, for dropping the huge $2 on the Cash App. Supporting the Rice Fund. Thank you, everybody, supporting the show. Just keep the support going. I got you, bro. Hold on, I got you. Hold on. Here we go.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying, nigga? If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? What make you think you greater than Jesus? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? What make you think you greater than Jesus? What make you think you greater than Jesus? Swing the remix God! Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes, nigga. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes. It's my shit. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these trying? If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? What make you think
you greater than Jesus? Shout outs to Cap. Cap said, I done heard enough. If Jesus can't save these hoes. Shout outs to Big Cap. Panther Platform Boys. Shout outs to D-Mac, the trucker, dropping huge $2 on the super chat. Thank you, bro. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. Let's keep the support going. You know, when they were talking about God and Jesus and stuff in the beginning, that's all Anton really had to say to Yada. That's all Anton really had to say to Yada.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
That would have shut Yada up. If Jesus can't save these hoes, oh my God, why are you trying? That's a legit question. What makes you think you greater than Jesus?
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
That's a legit question. Yeah, that's why I said Cap. That's why I said AW. I said Cap.
Of my family, I provide for. So, brother, yes, it coming from where I come from, majority of the people in my neighborhood were either raised by their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties. So when the brother is speaking, and I know he said he was raised in a household with his mother and his father, man, I salute that.
Oh, so you have studied?
No.
Because I didn't say that today.
No, we last had an interview when you came on the what was that?
They don't want to be saved. That's another real statement right there. Because dudes get mad at me. Like that statement that I said earlier about how a lot of dudes be trying to solve women's problems and shit like that. And even women got to tell dudes to back up. They're not always trying to get their problems solved. Sometimes they just want to be heard. You know? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, you gotta pick up on that as a guy. All right, let's get it.
Virtual.
You mentioned that. You mentioned that. I just don't forget. I love you, brother.
No, that's dope. I'm glad that you paid attention to what I was saying.
That was beautiful because I was like, wow, that's amazing to see a black man say he had his mother and his father. But coming from where I come from, that's not the norm. So the men he's speaking to and the men I'm speaking to the majority. You're speaking to men that's coming out of households with fathers and mothers. I'm speaking to men that literally had to teach themselves how to be men, how to urinate. Shake it once, shake it 3 times, and playing with it.
What?
There's no man guiding a man and telling a man to do that. So I'm telling the brothers that's coming from where I'm coming from, brothers, heal. Your father, he might have been going through some things. You don't know. Heal. If your mother was abusive, because it happens. It does happen. Heal. That's the topic, brother. Heal. Heal yourself before you entertain a woman, or you will bleed on everybody. Because it's hard when you finally meet a woman that loves you and you're just gushing out blood, past relationships, mommy issues, daddy issues, sibling issues. So I just want to tell the young brothers again and the older men, heal. Put the pride, put the ego down and heal. Regardless if it's mommy issues or daddy issues, mommy issues, or both. We have to heal as men so we can become the fathers that we never seen or had. Regardless if we had fathers in our lives, we should become better versions of them. And if we didn't have fathers in our lives, we should strive to do for our children what no man has done for us. And again, I give all praises due to the Most High.
There you have it.
Man.
Anton, can we go to round two?
No, because we're not just gonna skip. We're not gonna skip past certain things.
Okay.
What we got?
He says he's speaking to a certain demographic of men. I'm speaking to people. I think that women and men need to heal because there's no Captain Save 'em that's gonna come into your life.
Yeah, I mean they ran that ark into the ground. You know, they ran that ark into the ground. You dig what I'm saying? Absolutely ran that ark into the ground. But Anton was on that shit. I mean, a lot of guys when they came to the manosphere, they were Hoteps and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's where the Ibmore sector came from. You know, like it was a certain point in time where it was like, okay, if I'm gonna be a Hotep nigga, either I'm gonna sound like Yada or become an Ibmore. Niggas was like, oh, all right, I'll be an Ibmore. But there's a lot of Ibmore dudes that sounded like this. You know? So let's get it.
And fix the things that you didn't fix yourself. And that's the difference between us. Fundamentally, on a lot of the things that we do agree on, right? We do agree on a lot of things. The problem between him and I is that he doesn't speak to people. I believe that because he understands his audience, he understands his demographic. I think that he slants his words towards always speaking negatively towards men,
Guido,
and don't hold women accountable, which is one of the reasons why he purposely left out
and I'm gonna tell y'all something too about like your dreams and stuff that you may want to do. When you're with the wrong woman, it might take you 2 to 3 years to to get where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? It might take you 2 to 3 years to get where you want to go, dream wise, right? But when you're with the right woman, it'll speed up that process. You know, it might take people 2 to 3 years to get rich. You know? But when you get a woman, a certain type of woman, it might take you 4 to 5. But if you get a woman that's in your corner and she look out for you and she, you know, she respects you and prepares you and stuff like that, she on point with what you want to do, yeah, you'll get there a lot quicker. All right, what's going on, Royce? Shouts to everybody in the building. We got our monetization back. They don't let a real nigga. They don't let a real nigga out of jail. Let me stop. We got our monetization back. Shout outs to everybody hitting the like button. Please support today's show. Please support today's show. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning and enjoying the content. Let me know if you enjoy the content. You said Kuda, you said, yeah, that Ibmore nonsense was mostly a waste. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people wasn't even around to remember what the hell a Ibmore is, you know, Royce? You know, but those were the Hotep sectors of the brothers that came through. You know, that's the Hotep sector. That was the Hotep sector. You know? So a lot of people don't remember the Hotep sectors, but, you know, it is what it is, you know. Let's go. Hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of mods in here. Absolutely. Just in case somebody want to run up, get done up. All right, let's go.
Also, because we can solve for 99.9% of.
You said I seen some Ibmore stuff back in 2015, where they were talking about drinking your morning. Hey man, yeah, yeah, a lot of them were weird. Like every single Ibmore got their own quirk. What's going on, Pastor? Every single Ibmore got their own quirk. But a lot of them were, they were Hotep niggas, and a lot of them kind of believed in wellness or health or whatever. A lot of them, a lot of them dudes are weird. But Ibmore stands for Introspective Black Men of Reform. If y'all don't know what it is, so there was supposed to be like a smarter class of men, and also, be like the scholar class. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to be like the scholar class. So, it is what it is.
All men in society today. And guess what? Because of how we are biologically made, 1% of men can populate 90% of all women. So even if all men got themselves together, men could still, certain demographic of men, because it's a false narrative to say.
Hit the Cash App, y'all.
And hold, if he's speaking to the majority of men, like he said he was, it's a false narrative to say that the majority of men are out here doing things that they're not supposed to do, holding themselves accountable, and getting women pregnant out of wedlock. There's a small minority of men that's populating the majority of these women that's getting them pregnant out of wedlock.
See, Anton
and so
if
you're going to speak to something, then you have to solve for the majority, not the minority. Women are out here choosing for themselves because they have the availability to do so. They having a slut walk. I seen you say on Angela Yee's podcast, you told a woman that said that she was ready to slut it out because she had been abstinent for 2 years and she was ready to have 3 different guys at the same time, and you encouraged her. You said, go ahead, date them all. Date them all.
Yes, I did.
And so that absolves us. When you look at the pool of women that's available to a great man that then dedicated himself, let's say he preserved himself. Let's say he did what he was supposed to do. I'm not going to, in my right mind, tell this guy to go and marry a single baby mama. And I'm not saying that.
Hold on, say that again. I didn't hear you. Just say that again,
we
please.
have that conversation
coming
up.
So all right, we're going to get there. But the point is that.
But this was accurate,
the
though,
point, The point is that if you're going to speak to the majority, speak to the majority of the population, not just the majority of men that you think fit under your narrative, because they don't.
The reason why I speak to men, and this has to be highly important. I need my beautiful brother to hear this and all the other men hear this. If we claim to be leaders, I'm going to speak to the man that's claiming he's the head. I'm not going to the woman if you're saying you're the leader or you're the head of the household. I'm saying, brother, if you want to move a certain way, do this. If your woman is upset, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself why. If you're the leader, we can't make excuses. I can't go to my woman like, oh, you're responsible for this, that, and the third. No, what's wrong with my own leadership? Am I doing something wrong? Am I misguiding something? Am I bleeding on something? Am I taking something for granted? As a man, if we're saying that we are leaders, we have to lead at all times and not just when things are good, even when things are bad.
Speak to the context of what I said, though.
What are you talking about, brother?
About you said Ibmore were like SYSBM. Yeah, they were like, the semen retention guys. Ibmores are kind of everywhere. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Solving for the problems in the culture. It's not just one way. See, and this is what I'm saying, that when we get to a certain point, people start to expose themselves the longer that they talk, because they only have a one-track mind. They only can speak to one demographic, because that's not the minority. It's easy to pander, but it's much more difficult to solve for a problem. If I identify the problem as the majority of women are having sex with a minority.
All right, so you said Ibmore were like SYSBM, but allegedly wouldn't give their seed to non-black women. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, they were super pro-black. That's what I said. They were the leftover Hoteps that knew that the other Hoteps, with Sonnet and all, they knew that they were bogus. But I mean, they came through. I mean, they were manosphere and in and out of those conscious debates and stuff. But yeah, that was a weird era, though. That was a weird era.
Of the men and getting pregnant out of wedlock.
What's going on, UFO?
Why are we not speaking to that? Why can't?
Shout outs to UFO, bro. We got our monetization back. You dig? UFO, we've been looking for you, bro. Were you the which I'm still trying to find out which one of y'all said that we don't need a president in office that sucked a dick before? Because I'm trying to figure out who said that shit. That was foul, but true at the same time. He said there are women who join men's harem. Dude could have 2 different baby mamas and women still will fly. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's go.
We saw for that. He's speaking about something of a man that's already in a position, or a man that's already in a sense solved for the problems that he had in his childhood. That's not entirely
That's not who I'm speaking to, brother.
Hold on. That's not entirely what we're talking about. I'm talking about getting people to the starting point.
Right.
That's almost like being in debt and telling somebody how to become a millionaire.
And we just did
absolutely, Cap.
That.
We
men,
because you
take
never
care of yourself before you get into a relationship. That's the beginning of everything.
The majority of your audience is women. Why are you speaking to men?
70% of my audience are men.
Lies. That is a lie, bro. The majority of the women that was in the chat before we even started this live stream was women that was saying whatever your slogan was,
brother,
those were women.
Because if you have women, listen to me, and I need this to be understood. If we're speaking on women and only men agree with me, I'm the wrong leader. If I'm speaking on women and the women agree, shouldn't the men listen to that?
No. Because we don't hearken to the voice of a woman. That's the whole reason why we get in this situation from Adam and Eve.
Brother,
no. You asked the question and I answered you.
Are women?
I don't listen to women.
Brother.
I listen to God.
Brother.
I take my guidance from God. I don't listen to women.
Brother.
It's straight from the top.
The man.
It's God over man, man over woman, woman over child. I take into consideration what she says, but I don't hearken unto the voice of a woman.
Brother, like you just said, you have God, man, woman. God pours into man, man pours into woman. If I'm pouring into my woman the voice of God, God is going to speak through my woman. My woman is not beneath me. My woman is my equal. My woman is not beneath me. My woman is my equal.
What you got in that?
She's my other eyes, my other ears, my other brain, my other feet, my other hands. And brothers, those that want to gain wealth, love your women, put your women in position and trust them. If you're saying that's your woman.
Why you changing the subject?
No, you always
trying to move
the
goalpost. When you get trapped, you do the same thing that Kamala Harris. You move the goalpost.
Hold tight. I'm gonna close this poll real quick. We got 5,200 people in the chat. Guys, I asked you the topic of discussion: should men pay 100% of the bills? 53% of the audience this is at 2,300 votes. Say yes. So it's still 50.
And it's still 50-50 on this one. What we want to do here, guys, Anton, I said it earlier. Anton was right. This is not going to be a 2-hour show because that was just round 1. I'm about to push us to round 2, and we about an hour in right now. If you ready to get to round 2, drop a round 2.
Shout outs to Anti-Social Socialite Podcast. She said men and women are not equal. I believe in equality to a certain degree, but I don't believe equal means identical. You know,
in the chat right now, if y'all want to get to it. In fact, I want to make sure I'm supporting all my brothers. We got the bag chasers in here.
Yeah,
we got chasers. We got the Apple of Eve product in here. In fact,
NDBA going crazy too.
Let's shout out the products right here because we got 2 businessmen here on the platform.
I mean, who's getting vulnerable? So I want to shout out to Yada's Apple of Eve. It's an intercellular cleanse.
Yes.
And
you said, "Hey, Kuda, I know it's some brothers that like lovely ladies with tattoos on their knuckles, but what about the ladies with black ice?" Little trees in it. Yeah, you can mess with the ladies that got the black ice trees in their car. The ones you gotta look out for are the ones that got those little air fresheners shoved in their vents. Them the ones you gotta look out for. You can date the girls that got the black ice trees in their cars, But the ones you got to look out for is the one with the air freshener shoved in their vents. That's a telltale sign. Yeah, Yada's old school simpery. Yada's old school simpery, man. Y'all hit the like button. Please support the show at $PTV888. That's $ PTV888. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's get it.
So you haven't been with any underage girls?
Why would I let y'all catch me again for something I ain't do before that I'm gonna get caught for again? That's stupid. Which camera I'm lying to? That's stupid. That's not even common sense. Where's your comment? That's stupid.
What about the alleged unspeakable things in the dark room?
Woo! Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hope that camera keep going. This is not the truth.
So you really want to play the victim right now?
You're fucking killing me. You're fucking killing me. 30 years of my career. 30 years of my fucking career. I've been fucking these young bitches 30 years of my career. Now y'all wanna kill me. This is not me. This is not me. I just don't want to believe the truth. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I was blown away by some of the work on here because you said, first off, you got over 1,000 5-star reviews, which is excellent. Shout out to you because you've grown tremendously since we first initially had you on the platform. But let me know if this is accurate. It has helped you to reverse kidney and liver failure, along with helping to reverse your mother's bone cancer.
Yes.
Incredible product.
Incredible. So go ahead and cop that. We're gonna have that.
Yeah, pull
here.
that up. Did you pull that up? Yeah.
We'll go ahead and put that in the description. Okay, we'll put that in the description.
And we got a special code for the initiates.
We got a code for it?
Yeah,
What's
we do.
The code?
For everybody. What guys, just click the link. Click the link in the bio.
There
The
you
code
go.
is literally listed in there. All you got to do is click the link, and the code is HAIN1021. But guys, it's much easier. You just click the link. It'll take you directly to the page. Very easy.
Absolutely. And just so we can make sure the round twos are piling up in here, so everybody's ready for round two, I want to get to this conversation too. By the way, I pulled these questions from the culture. Anton, we got a post on the culture just like you. You was talking about it. This is a conversation that I hear all the time, especially from my brothers. The brothers, they want a woman to cooperate. The brothers, they want a woman who's submissive. A lot of brothers are complaining, saying that things have changed.
And that's the funny part. And that's funny that we're still talking about this women cooperating and submission thing. A lot of dudes don't even live a life for women to cooperate in or to in. A lot of dudes don't even live a life that requires a woman in it to submit. Submit and do what? Cooperate where? What exactly is she doing? What are you submitting to? Y'all don't be having shit for them to do. Y'all don't have a life to bring them into. Have a life to bring women into, and then start getting all of that shit.
With the level of submissiveness from women. So the question is, have women become less submissive? Anton, we started with Yada last round. I want to start with you this time. Have women become less submissive, Anton?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be wanting somebody to blindly
100%.
follow y'all off a cliff.
And I like to answer questions directly, and then I want to add the context. Right?
Okay.
Part of the reason why they become less submissive because they become less reliant on men for provision and protection. Right?
Yeah, if she got a furry steering wheel, run for the hills, Cap. If she got a bejeweled phone case or steering wheel, run for the hills.
Some of that is society, and that we've civilized the world so much to where we're no longer hunters and gatherers, right? We now have the technology to where people can live on their own and they can survive on their own because everything is automated technology. So
especially if the bejeweled items that she got, the jewelry's falling off of it. Run for the hills. Cause y'all be having bejeweled shit and you know the fucking fake diamond be peeling off and shit.
And so forth, right? But the other part of it is that
that's a driving hazard.
People have the ability to choose for themselves, right? Historically, women just became able to vote.
If you go to a woman's house and the top of her toilet seat is furry, run.
In the last 50 to 60 years, right? They just been able to get some of the jobs that they had within the last 50 to 60 years. The problem with that, though, is that historically, and you see it within our culture and our community, is that when people have the option to choose for themselves, often at times they choose wrong, right? So I'll give you an example. Men used to give their daughters over to husbands as virgins. You don't see that anymore. Often at times, most times, women had never known another man. But now they have the ability to do what they want with their body. Now, the other side of that, though, is there are some men that have absolutely ruined some women. And then you've seen women have to fend for themselves and have to pick up the pieces for themselves and have to find themselves in that because they didn't have the fathers or they didn't have the protection or they had an uncle that touched on them when they was younger. And those are some of the subjects that we don't broach as far as the core reasons as to why people are broken before they even reach adulthood. So before you even have the ability to choose for yourself, you already broken. You see what I'm saying?
Why do we keep going back into these old ass conversations? What we gonna start talking about again? Oh, the parents used to pay for the wedding. Like, it's 2024, y'all. Stop.
Or you have the child support system, or you have society that is leveraged the child support system in order to endear you to a specific party. And so they've incentivized you to depend on the federal government instead of leaning on your parents. Or we've promoted in the culture for you to leave the house at 18, right? That's not conducive for your lifestyle. That's never going to work for you. It's never going to be ideal for you to be out there as a woman at 18 and 19 years old by yourself. So is there some responsibility on the fathers and the parents and the culture itself for influencing and then ultimately pushing the women out there and men out there? Men are supposed to kind of be pushed out there, but they're supposed to fail in controlled environments. Is there some responsibility? Absolutely. But to answer your question again, to bring it back, are women less submissive? Absolutely. But that's the context behind it.
There you have
so
it.
It's not their fault entirely. It's not entirely their fault. You can never hang something, especially on a person that was raised to be a certain way. You can never 100% put something on somebody like that. That's not entirely their fault.
Hey, Yada, what do you think about what Anton is saying?
I mean, he articulated very beautiful. Like, he articulated very, very beautiful. But what I would say to me, and from what I say is, when a man is able to properly lead, properly provide, help this woman reach her best version, heal from past trauma and pain, she becomes submissive. I don't care what her background is. I don't care if her mommy was there, her daddy wasn't there. I don't care what's going on. When a woman steps into the presence of a man that walks with God's attributes, leading, guiding, protecting, this woman is going to naturally become submissive because in her nature to be submissive. But she's been put through this man, father not being there, mother not showing her how to be a woman. So when a woman is guided and loved and protected,
oh my God,
and I need these words to be heard. When she feels stable, safe, and secure, she's going to dwell in her femininity, and this is where the submissiveness comes from. If a man has to demand a woman to be submissive, he must look in the mirror at himself. Are you able to lead her properly? Are you able to guide her properly? Are you verbally, mentally, physically abusive? Are you able to make love to her mind? Or are you just able to make love to her body? When a man stands on truth and his foundation is God, the woman becomes submissive. I believe, in my opinion,
that women stopped being submissive because men forgot how to properly lead, not just lead, but properly lead on each and every level. And I don't care if it's, the brother mentioned welfare or anything external. If it's inside the house and family is business, we have to look at the man running the business. How does she feel? Does she feel heard? Does she feel accepted? Does she feel stable and loved and secure? And the answer is yes, you'll see it by the fruit she bears. But if the answer is no, you're going to see it by the fruit she bears. So all a man has to do is step into the characteristics of God. And this is when you'll see the greatest version of your woman, because you became the greatest version of yourself, and your woman is a reflection of you. I'm talking about your woman, not some random woman you met off the street.
So so just to be clear, does every woman have the ability to be submissive so every woman has this ability based upon how the man shows up?
I want to go to scriptures because I'm sitting in front of this beautiful brother. when I got on saying God's name, all praises. But when Jesus seen Mary Magdalene about to get stoned, he said, "Ye without sin cast the first stone." This one was a known prostitute, but the presence of him, the attributes he held of God, made this woman.
Lord have mercy.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI. If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
Lord have mercy. What's going on, JP? Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Good morning. Shout out to Jay Green in the building. Let's go. Pun intended.
And change her whole life. And after he was resurrected after 3 days, who's the first person he appeared to?
But see, the Hotep niggas ruined simping. Like I said, women don't mind dealing with a simp. It's just don't be a community simp. Like once you find her, the simping for all women is supposed to stop. You're supposed to spend your full time simping on her. Shout out to Jay Green in the building. We still got to do that show whenever you get time. All right, but listen, y'all. They ruined simping. You know,
Mary Magdalene. So if the man is leading and guiding and walking with the attributes of God, a prostitute can change her life. And the Bible also says, Jesus, everything I can do, everything I do, you can do, as long as you believe.
He said, greater will you do. But
greater. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate
y'all
that.
brothers on the scripture, man. I'm proud of y'all.
Facts. So essentially, you know, I'm actually shocked here because believe it or not, it's actually a lot of agreeing going on this question, but you know,
and I
with the
understand
brothers
that.
on the concept of submission.
I understand that. So let's swing it a little bit.
But see, that's the thing. When they get with these Hotep simps, these Hotep simps are the biggest misogynists behind closed doors, and women will tell you, and they abuse women. They abuse the hell out of women behind closed doors. Let's get it.
Your pussy. Hey, bring the camera, son. Bring the camera. All the young girls who want to make life with pussy, your pussy will perish with you in hell. May your pussy perish with you. May your smooth pussy creamier pussy and tight pussy perish with you.
Yeah, Yada threw a dumbbell at his lady. Yada threw a whole dumbbell at his lady. Yada used to beat the hell out of his lady. Y'all hit the like button, support the show. Yeah, we back monetized, y'all. We back monetized, y'all. A whole year, y'all. Let's get it.
Wendy?
Thanks, Chuck. We're standing here in front of the Olympic liquor store in Queens where scores of African Americans have been lined up for hours. We spoke to a few of them earlier. Ladies, may we get a word?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
And I like how brothers like to stay focused on the hoes. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I don't give a fuck. I'll come off as a simp. I'll sound like a little simp. Well, you wanna know why brothers don't go after women that don't be out here hoeing and doing certain things? The same way a lot of women don't go after guys. The same way certain women will reject good guys. They don't feel that they gotta upgrade themselves to date. Because a lot of women that ain't out here hoeing and shit like that, they will require you to be a better version of yourself. They will ask, they will, I wouldn't say ask, but they will, you're gonna have to have your shit together to date a lot of them. So this is, other than being attracted, this is why a lot of men go after hoes. Yeah, they have to elevate themselves. Yeah. So men are just as bad as Eve also. They go for low-hanging fruit. But it is what it is.
I want to start with Anton. Do you think that women's dating expectations...
They threw a whole dumbbell at him.
Because the men are saying women want entirely too much during the dating phase.
I don't believe in dating.
I agree.
Really?
I don't agree.
And catch this kettlebell, bitch.
I don't believe in dating
at all.
So how do you get to know one?
Think fast.
I think that you know your wife when you meet her.
Really?
Hold on. And this is why I say, he said, Yada, when you he just mentioned, you said a man should have 300,000. Like he said, men should go after a woman with purpose, not to date her, not to sleep with her, not to have children out of wedlock. That's my wife. I'm going to court you for however long, but this is going to end in marriage. And this is why I say a man should provide a woman's every need, because you're going after a woman with purpose. Excuse me, brother. I apologize.
No, I don't believe in dating.
So, and give me context on when you say a man knows his wife.
One thing that he said, one thing that he said, well, he didn't say it specifically, but he used several different examples. One thing that he said previously, when he just spoke, not just to Sam, but previous to that, is he was speaking about submission and how you can inherently, every woman has the ability to be submissive depending on the circumstances that she put in, especially when she's under a certain type of man. I do believe that every woman has the ability to be submissive.
On praises.
Okay.
But I also believe that you should be equally yoked. I'm not going to chase something that's not of me in order to try to convince them or show them that I have the ability to provide for them to where they can be submissive under me.
Well, give us some context as well to equally yoked, because I think that's thrown around.
A lot of guys run out there and they try to get the thing that's the finest. A lot of guys run out there and a lot of the foundation of their relationship is based off of sex. Like they don't have anything to stand on once they start to have conversations about things that's much deeper than what's on the surface. And so at that point, you realize that you're unequally yoked, but you've already started to join in together as though you were married by doing things that married people do. And so that's the one thing that I think that is nuanced in the conversation, is that we're not talking about being equally yoked, right? A lot of times we say that guys are supposed to take on something that's not for them for the sake of saving a woman from herself. That's not his purpose. That may not even be his wife. But a lot of times we incentivize men to do so because we hearken unto the voices of women and what they want. That's not what we are supposed to do. When it comes to the whole idea of your wife, I believe that women often at times skip over the men that they were supposed to marry. And then they try to have a redemption arc. I believe that men often at times, they ignore the women that is supposed to be for them because they're too busy focused on these women that's for the streets, right? I believe that a lot of times your wife or the person that you're supposed to be with, and we talk about guys that's in the friend zone and stuff a lot of times, but you're supposed to marry your best friend. That's the person that has your best. That's the person that has your best interests at heart. That's the person that wants the best for you. That's the person that absolutely is going to be there through thick and thin. And all of the vows that you're going to take, they're already living it. They're a reflection of it. But so many times we're incentivized by the things that's around us, influenced by the things that's around us, especially when we have a young mind, and your mind is not even fully developed until you in your mid-20s. And so a lot of times we used to depend on our culture. We used to depend on our family to help us vet and see things that we couldn't see. But now we're choosing for us.
Now, I don't know about the marry the best friend thing, but when you go out and you date, right? Whether you know what you're doing or not, when you can't really date or find a wife on your own, what you do is you get your friend to hook you up. You do what's called, you activate and you use your social circle. You get a friend to hook you up with another friend, because usually if your friend is cool with that person and your friend, you know, and y'all are similar, yeah, of course, you know, that's how you find your wife or your partner. It's called utilizing your social circle. It's just that you got to make sure you're a good friend, because honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth, you don't want to lose a friendship over falling out with a love interest, and and probably losing your friendship, you know. But a friend will introduce you to your wife if that's the case. You understand what I'm saying? And it's called utilizing your social circle. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. A lot of people don't remember Yada with the Hotep hat and the with the Ankh on it. Let's go.
So again, I don't believe in dating. I believe that dating is just the gateway for you to find yourself in situations that you're not supposed to be in. And I believe that you know your wife very, very early. And a lot of times we skip over the person that we're supposed to be with.
So you know what? I get context now. This is why you brought up. So I think this is a difference here, because you actually stated when you went to Angela Yee, the young lady.
Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all.
He was stating, because a lot of women ask this question too. They're like, look, I want to date multiple men. You know, that's like a big thing. They want to date multiple men.
This is a sister saying she's already dated. I said, look, date them all until you find what's for you. I didn't say sleep with them all. I didn't say cook for them all. I didn't say do no wifely duties.
But you said you didn't believe in dating.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. This is a woman that asked me a question.
I know. I seen it.
Right. She said, I'm already dating 3 men. Date them all until you find what's good for you. So now, if you're already having sex, stop. I tell one more time.
Hit the subscribe button.
You're being a wife to a man that doesn't even deserve that.
Right.
You're cooking for a man that doesn't deserve that. And this is when I say, is he at least paying your bills? Because that's what a husband does.
People are taking my words and putting their own remixes on them.
I didn't say you said anything that you didn't say.
I'm talking to him, brother.
No,
It's okay, brother. I love you. Hey, bro, I love you, man.
No, you talking to him, but
so
you
a lot of people,
Go ahead,
honestly,
You call him Kamala.
talking to you now, it's not. I realize it's not even a debate because a lot of our basics are similar. A lot of the foundation of what me and him talk about is similar.
True.
It's just different angles from different perspectives. And I understand his opinion. I see it, and I respect it. I respect it. I think that might be my little brother right there. You never know.
That's cute. That's cute.
See, that's my favorite line too. That's cute. That's my little brother. But
Right.
all I'm saying, when I said the woman should date multiple men, I'm not saying cook for them. I'm not saying sleep with them. I'm saying if you're already in this mix, find out what's good for you. You don't have no children as of yet. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself.
Right, UFO.
But make sure there's a limit onto what you do. Because you're already in that field. I'm coming from her understanding. Now,
go ahead.
Now, if this is a young girl coming to me, hey, y'all, I'm thinking about such and such, sister, stay focused. Keep your body to yourself. If you're still a virgin, hold it. If you've already lost your virginity, stop. If a man truly loves you, which the woman is the prize, if a man truly loves you, he's going to become a champion. And he's going to show you why he wants you in his life. So ladies, if a man is unable to provide your every need as a husband should do,
right, Devin,
he's not the one for you. And I'm going to say that and I'm going to stand on that. I'm harder on the men, yes, because men are the leaders.
So let me close this poll out real quick.
No.
Go ahead. Come on.
So should she date or should she not date?
The woman that I was speaking to, I came from her understanding. And I said, sister, you got 3 men, date them all until you find which one is for you. I didn't say sleep with them. I didn't say cook for them. Go to the movies, hang out, have the conversation with them. The one that's for you is going to overshadow everybody else.
She said that she was looking to basically go through a whole phase because she had been absent.
Shout outs to Antisocial Socialite Podcast. You gotta be careful asking the Hotep guy that question, Anton. You gonna get a dumbbell thrown at you. Anton said, "What makes the woman the prize?" You gonna throw a dumbbell at you? You gotta be careful, Anton. They don't like when you talk back. How dare you ask me to explain myself? He's gonna throw a dumbbell at you and then pray with you. You gotta be careful. You know, it's the little things that tick off the Hotep dudes. Oh shit. Yeah, ducking like the Matrix. A kettlebell. You say your prize need to borrow 20 from her friend to buy maxi pads. God damn. The price of maxi pads went up $20. $20.
In it for the last 2 years, and she was coming out of her abstinence. That's what she said.
And what did I say?
Why you interrupting me now? See, you didn't want to talk to me. You wanted to talk to them.
I love you, man. What's going on, man?
You didn't want to talk. No, hold on. Wait.
Can you look that up so we can get the specifics on that? Can you look it up? Can you find that?
He didn't want to talk to me. He wanted to talk to y'all.
Take TikTok.
And I told him to look me in the eye, and he kept looking at y'all. But now that I'm speaking to his soul, right? I'm talking to his soul.
The devil is devilish.
We get into the core of who he is, because you can't say one thing and then mean something else. Let me add the rest of the context of what he said. He then was telling them to charge money like prostitutes.
Play the clip, please.
He told them to charge. He told them to charge $50,000.
The remix.
Nope.
The remix.
Did you say charge money? Yes or no?
Remix.
Yes or no? Did you say
the
charge
remix?
Wait, it's a simple question. Yes or no? Did you say charge 50,000?
Charge them 50,000 for what, brother?
Did you say charge 50,000
for what? You're going out. Add it together. You're breaking out.
You can
bits
add
and pieces,
whatever. No,
bits
you
and
can
pieces.
add whatever context.
So
that
what
you want.
what I teach, coming from my background.
I seen Kamala Harris do this on Fox News the other day.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. All my brothers have paid for their wives. It's our tradition. It's our culture. It's our religion. We all pay for our wives. I know that's unfamiliar to him, but it does not make it wrong. And any woman that believes that they shouldn't get paid for a man to show you that they're able to take care of you is foolish, especially in this day and age. And
Come yada? Oh hell no!
if women follow this, there'll be less women with children without men, because men would have to step up. Men love more what they have to invest in. Allow this man to invest into you.
Speak clearly.
Period. I love it. I love it.
Angela Yee then said, that's like prostitution.
What? Bro, what are you talking? You're remixing it. She never said that.
Listen,
bro. Play the clip, please.
Remix
King. I'm trying to find it right now.
It's a long.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Right, Red.
Okay.
It's not a clip. It's an hour long.
It might be on my. It might be on my IG.
Here's the fact of the matter. We're not gonna divert away.
No, you trying to remix me? You can't do that.
Listen, let me speak.
All praises.
Here's the fact of the matter is, first he agreed with me and said that I don't agree with that people should be dating.
Yes.
Then he admitted and he acted like he was just adding context to the woman that was saying that she was coming out of her whole phase.
Right.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Hold it in. Hold it in, bro. Get that up out of you. Hold that in.
Sassiness.
Hold that in. But instead of telling her no, you should still be abstinent and not date, he then told her, date them all. She said, I want one on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's what she said, word for word.
Remix.
Monday, she said, I kind of want one for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And when y'all go and replay this, because this is recorded, y'all will be able to go back and look at it.
Please play it.
And
now.
when everybody review this video, when you compare it and contrast, right? Then you tell me who's actually telling the truth. Because again, I don't have to make it up. It's all right there. He can try to save face right here if he wants to. But the fact of the matter is, I don't switch up ever. What I say, I mean, and I stand on it as a man. That's what men do. Men stand on what they say. Now, it's okay for you to say, you know what, I got it wrong, and I was pandering to Angela Yee and lip service over to them women because I wanted to be liked instead of telling the truth. But the thing about real ones, the thing about the people that really believe in God is that they tell the truth in season and out of season. They don't switch up. They don't change according to who they're in front of at the time. They're not trying to be popularized. They're not trying to fit in with the in crowd. No, look at me in my eyes. Don't switch up.
Yes,
you seen me. You was looking at me.
Listen, I know. I'm trying to
look at me in my eyes. Look at me, King.
All right, this is getting a little gay. Why are you gay?
Peace, bro. You
look
okay,
at
brother?
Me, King.
You okay, brother?
I don't switch up.
Look me in my retina. Look at my retina. Look me in the retina.
Ever. Brother. I mean what I say, and it's okay.
Right.
To change your mind.
Right.
And I told you, I'm gonna speak to your soul today.
Right.
I prayed for you on the way here.
Right.
For God to prick your heart so that you stop pandering, because you're gonna have to be accountable.
Y'all got a dumbbell tucked in the suit. You better chill.
Accountable for every single word.
And I love you saying that. I love you doing that.
Listen,
I love that you just said that.
Listen.
Let's go.
Devils get mad when they start to get bothered. Give me a second. I prayed for you. I genuinely did, because you got to be accountable for every single word that you say on this earth. And I don't want you to pander because you're leading people astray. You leading people and you presenting yourself a certain way, but I don't want to call you a false prophet. I just want to say that you need better understanding. You're not ready to have conversations with people on how it is that they're supposed to be operating in a relationship. I'm not even sure that based off of what you saying today, that you're a reflection of what you advocating for.
What do you mean by that, brother?
Based off of what you saying, you switching up your words depending on who the audience is.
What words I switch up?
You said that you didn't believe in dating.
Right.
Then you told that woman to date them all.
Brother,
word for word.
Brother, can we please play the clip? Because I also said I do not believe in dating.
Nah, honestly, I can't even find the clip.
I want to,
man.
but I cannot find it.
I really want to as well.
Yeah, somebody drop that clip in the chat. Yeah, somebody drop that clip in the chat.
Somebody go ahead. We gonna let the people.
Yeah, and that's Yada on Angela Yee. And at some
Lip
point,
service.
the words were on lip service.
Yes.
At some point, the words were said, "Date them all." So we're just trying to find that clip
And
and what specifically was stated.
And also on
during
my
that
IG, I say date
interaction.
them all.
So it's
So why would you say that though?
so
Listen again.
But
Listen again. Can I?
Go ahead. Let's get it.
Can I get this?
Yada
Brother.
versus Anton is like the weirdest
We have women that have
match up ever.
sacrificed so much of their bodies and their minds
Guido,
because they didn't have the proper leadership.
they
within
trying
the
to
home.
establish
And
dominance.
we
y'all.
have
Y'all
to
support
deal
y'all.
with a divine understanding. When I look this way and I'm speaking to the brothers, it's because sometimes when I look into your soul, I see some things that ain't right, bro. Listen to me, brother, because you're talking about God. Listen to me, please. A man that's unable to show and prove himself to a woman shouldn't have that woman. This is the laws of nature. Even animals, when it comes to alphas, they'll fight physically to show who deserving of this woman. And that woman goes, or that female species goes with the animal. I'm saying the same thing. Ladies, if this man is unable to provide your every need mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, he's not deserving of you. And if you hear me say date them all, which I did say, you hear me not denying it, because she's already man, this brother here, I said date them all because if a man can't show and prove to you, you don't need him. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And I believe that this would save so many women from having dusty bums in their life that they don't need, nor do they deserve that woman. So any man listening, if you truly want that woman, show and prove to her and yourself that you're deserving of that woman. The woman is the greatest gift given to man by God.
No, it's not. And let me correct
all
them.
Hoteps are hypocrites.
Okay.
You'll come to find out all Hoteps are hypocrites.
Never
Okay,
show.
okay, hold on. What do you disagree with?
I'm about to explain it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Never have to show and prove yourself to a woman. Ever. Never make a woman your God, because that's what you just told them to do. Show and prove yourself to God. It's the only person that you have to answer to. And the thing that he sent as greater than any woman is the Comforter. And
Right,
the
in
Holy
Chicago.
Spirit will guide you, and it will show you your wife, and you don't have to prove yourself to her. The only thing you have to do is be exactly what God ordained you to be, and that's to serve your purpose, and she will follow you, and she will 100% submit herself to you. And on top of that, she will be the helpmeet that God ordained her to be. Never, ever prove yourself to a woman. Only prove yourself to God. And the greatest gift was the Comforter. That's what the greatest
When
gift
a man
was.
steps into his divine nature given to him by God, it's a protector, provider, leader, teacher. He walks in the divine attributes of God. This is not me saying, oh, show and prove his will. No, show and prove who you are.
See, a lot of people knew y'all to beat up his baby mama. Look, Gogo came in and said, didn't this cat beat up his baby mama? Now he's paying for submission for the one that he got now. He was cheating on her with the girl that he got now. He was cheating on her with the girl that he got now. But listen, y'all. Hopefully we will be back later on today. It's Player Talk Radio. I am your gracious host, DJ Kuda, right back at the helm of today's show. We are back monetized. Thank God. God is good. A whole year of non-monetization, putting in endless work. I appreciate you guys for hitting the like button, support, and subscribe. Please support the show on air, off air, because you care. You support the show anywhere. My name is DJ Kuda, and we should be back. It's Player Talk Radio. Good morning.
Or about how you move.
That's not what you said.
Listen to me, brother.
I'll listen to you.
If God has put the man as the head, man, be the head. What is the head? A leader, a teacher, a guide, and a protector. You said God, man, woman.
These are two last people that should be debating, but it is what it is. Player talk. Peace.